Hello and welcome to another video with Bladderus. Alright, so let me go ahead and go over how the off season goes. So this was my last game. I lost to the Broncos 21-16. It was a hard loss for me, but we will get over that. If you watched my last game, you know exactly how that ended and why I say it was such a hard loss. Season goal complete. You can go ahead and acknowledge that. They picked up my offer, or they picked up me for another 3 years for $5 million. It's not like you have a choice in that. So then what you do is you hit advance next week to conference championship, since that's the week that and then just go ahead and hit next week to Pro Bowl. It's gonna fast forward. Then go ahead and hit next week to Super Bowl. If you care, you can go ahead and move on over to these things, or to, let's see here, the news, so that way you could see who is at the Super Bowl and all that kind of stuff. Patriots and the Packers are playing in Super Bowl 50. Then you can go to next week, and then now we're officially in the off season. And I think I just accidentally skipped over some training. Not a big deal. I pretty much already have all my training done with. Okay, so pretty much what you're going to do is you're going to need to re-sign players. So re-sign any player that is on there that you didn't either re-sign in the middle of the year, or re-sign players that were on one-year deals. Like, to give you an example, like Dominic Davis. I picked him up in free agency. He was obviously on a one-year deal. So so I have to re-sign him. They don't let you re-sign him in the middle of the year. I like Dominic Davis. As of right now, I plan on keeping him to be my quarterback of the future. So right now, I'm going to make him a nice little hefty offer. We will see if he accepts it. And he did. That's kind of what I was hoping for. You can always go off of experience to see if it's worth. You can always then click right here. Let's see. If that guy doesn't want to be on my team, that's fine. He can go walk, but looks like he does want to be on my team. So, Jonathan Joseph, I'm not going to give him hefty money. I will give him... I have plenty of cap room, so right now I will give him 9.5, or he can walk. I don't care. Alright, well then you can go be a free agent there, buddy. Zach Miller, you were definitely getting an offer from me. So, if you're being a coach, I would recommend just going ahead and taking advantage of being a coach. And what I mean by that is you're going to be able to sign a guy for less money than what he wants if you give him more of a bonus, because it all of a sudden becomes guaranteed. But the only thing about that is you got to be careful with his age. Because, like, for instance, if I give him a 6-year contract, that's going to knock it up to him being 36 on my team. Do I really think that he's going to be productive at 36? Not so much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him $1 million, 900,000, which you see is 7.6. He's wanting 11.5. I'm willing to let him walk on that, because to me, I think that's still a fair offer. He said not interested. Okay, well, I'm not interested either. Fullback, not interested. I will give you a bare minimum offer, so 750, and I will give you 300,000. Actually, you know what? I'll go ahead and knock you up to 4.6. We'll see if you're interested in that. Oh, I really didn't mean to do that. Okay. That guy shouldn't have given 400,000, because if I cut him, that's gonna suck. Brown, he was pretty decent. Not decent enough to get a contract, or not decent enough to get signing bonus. Alright, dude, well, I didn't want you on my team anyways. And that's how the cookie crumbles. I'm not going to waste my time re-signing Jason Avant. Not going to waste my time re-signing Nate Washington. Ooh, Chris Johnson. Yes, I will try to re-sign him. I'll keep up. Crick's not interested. Okay, well, buddy, you were just gonna be a backup anyways, because more than likely I'm gonna look to pick someone up out of either free agency or out of the draft. So, my feelings are not hurt at all. Polk, same thing. Especially with the fact I did sign yo homeboy Eddie Pleasant. You don't have to be as cheap as me. I'm not really interested in giving away the farm for any of these lower quality people. More than likely, you'll see Zach Miller on my team to start the next year. Because I like Zach Miller. He did pretty good for my team. You can accept all those if you want. If you don't have to. Then the next thing, what you're going to do is you can go to My Coach. You can spend your coach's money. You can either spend it on influence, contract influence, trade influence, expert scout, increased experience, free agent influence, player progression, or you can retirement influence, or what you can do, like what I do, is I'm saving it for this. And what I mean by that is I'm saving it for coach package discount. So I finally got that, and what that does is it gives me a 25% discount on any future package. So now those cost a lot cheaper. Now granted, I don't have any money to spend, any XP to spend this season, but at least now in the future, whenever I want to do anything, it's all good to go. If I want to do any player progression, I can do all that right here. And now that I've signed Dominic Davis, I will go ahead and do some player progression just to show you. I recommend bumping up his awareness. So let's go ahead and just for the fun of it, let's go ahead and let's move all these out of the way, just so that way y'all can see what else is on here. Alright, so then you're going to go ahead and advance to the next week. Now all of a sudden it's free agent times. Now we can actually go in there and re-sign or view it. Now it's time to try and improve your team. So you're going to go in here and you can pretty much just look to see who you need. Like, I need a quarterback. I really don't need a quarterback. I'm just showing you. Then you would see what they have. Okay. Ooh, Matt Forte's a free agent. Well, I would love to have Matt Forte on my team, but I would not love to pay his price, so I will skip him. I will go ahead and offer Lamar Willing. Yeah, 25 years old. I will go ahead and offer Lamar Miller a contract. And that's it on that. Josh Gordon, free agent. He has 18 bids on him. Malcolm Floyd. That guy has 0 bids. Wow. See, Percy Harvin, I like the potential for him, but I'm not willing to take the risk on him. So I will only give him $2 million bonus, because I'll be willing to take a hit on $2 million. Mike Williams, same thing. I'll give him more money, more non-guaranteed money, lower down his guaranteed money, and offer him the deal. The thing about it is, if they don't have another offer, they're not going to not say yes to you. That's how it really breaks down. Let me go show you a stage you're definitely going to want to look at. So you're going to want to go to my team roster. And then you're just going to go through each one. This is going to show you where all your people who have been dropped off. So you got halfbacks. That's why you see I did offer someone like halfback contract. Fullbacks taken care of. I do need a wide receiver, which is why you see I did offer a couple of people a wide receiver job. Tight end, I really don't need him, but I would really like to have him back on my team. Left tackle, I'm good to go. Left guard, I'm good to go. Center, I'm good to go. Right guard, I'm good to go. Right tackle, I'm good to go. Left end, clearly you can see I do need someone. So I will check to see if I can get someone. I do need a defensive tackle, because apparently Vince Wilfork retired on me. I can use a left outside linebacker. Nope, don't need one. I do need a cornerback though. And I need a strong safety. Didn't want you to do that. No.
All the combine stats such as the 40-yard dash are now available in scouting. Check it out.
While I try to get my defensive tackle situation taken care of, I'll give you a 1-year deal. Especially if no one else is going to offer you a deal. Prince Amakamara is coming open on free agency again. But this time he is actually a zone fit for me. Well, looky there, Jonathan Joseph. You got no one offering you anything. And see, that's another reason why I wasn't just jumping to offer you anything, because you're not even in my scheme fit, boy. Alright, so then what else you want to do is you want to go to this thing called Scout College Players. And what you want to do in here is,
Each player now has a combine grade.
as it says right there, combine results are now available. Combine grade reflects the average of how well the user did in the shown combine events. So that guy got a 6.4.
Combine performance tells you how his speed, jumping,
And there you go. So it's pretty much explained. These 6 combine events showcase the attributes of the players. Strength is bench press plus broad jump. Speed is a 40-yard dash. Acceleration is a 3-cone and a 20-yard shuttle. Agility is 3-cone and 20-yard shuttle. And jumping is based on the vertical jump and broad jump. So it even ranks them. It gives you their time. Like, tries to help you out a little bit. So pretty much ranks all these people, as you can see. Ranks people that you didn't even that's the cool thing, is it ranks even people that you didn't even scout in the middle of the year. So as you can see, like this guy, he's supposed to be a first round talent, but he had a 3.7 combine score. Well, why did he have a 3.7 combine score? Well, if you look down at all of his stats, he was like 14th, 15th, 16th, 14th, 15th, 13th. Like, now you can say, well, does that really affect him? Well, I guess it's up to you. Like, obviously, yes, you can say, well, it's not really a big difference on whether or not my quarterback's fast or not, because I don't play with the fast quarterback. Okay, well then that's fine, because his throw power shows he's an A+. So there you go. His accuracy is a B+. So those two sound pretty good. On the other hand, I like to have a fast quarterback. So it does affect possibly how I would rate him. This guy, he's obviously on 40-yard dash. He's the 9th quarterback. Let's see here. What is this guy? Ooh, he's the 3rd quarterback. Let's see. 10th quarterback. 17th quarterback. Ooh, here's the fastest quarterback with a 4.6. He has an A- for a throw power, A- for throwing the run. So maybe that will affect how you want to view him. He's a talent of 7th round, which means that he's probably not going to get much better than what he's at based on that system. But again, it all goes back to the way you want to play your team. But look at this guy. This guy was supposed to go in the second round, but he's a 7th round talent. You'd be wasting your money and draft pick on him if you went for him. Same with this guy. 3rd round, 6th round. Now what I did forget to tell you, okay, so as you can see, Lamar Miller accepted my offer. Mike Williams accepted my offer. So what I did forget to tell you is you do want to go in there, view available offers. Then you want to hit this right bumper, go to my negotiations, and you want to see about like where all you fall. So with Nagata, I'm first. With Jackson, I'm not first, but I just put it in there. George Iloka, I'm first. Prince, I'm not. Percy, I'm not. Zach Miller, I'm still the only one offering him an offer. Jeremy Lane, I'm not. So, like for instance, like I want Jeremy Lane, so let me go ahead and bump it up to 18 million. I'll revise that offer. Jackson, I really would like to have Jackson, so let me go ahead and bump it up to 40 million. Prince Amakara, I really want him, so I'll go ahead and bump him up to 50 million because I think he's actually worth it. Percy Harvin, I would like to have him, so I'll go ahead and give him 25 million. Obviously, I didn't check, or obviously I didn't affect his opinion. I did affect Prince's, and obviously I didn't affect his opinion. So I'll go ahead and advance it one more week, risk losing those guys, which is fine. I'm not too worried. Zach Miller went ahead and accepted my offer. Nagata accepted my offer. I'll go ahead and scout some more of these guys. Just to let you know, you want to go back in there. Like, for instance, you saw that guy I just did? That guy was not in there when it's not that I just accidentally skipped over him. He literally was not in there. They add some guys at the end of the season. It's just like real life. Because obviously, like, there's some guys that you know are going to be going to the NFL after that season. And then there's some guys that just have a great year and they're like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and take one and go. I don't know if I'm going to end up getting these guys, so let me go ahead and it's actually a good guy right there. This guy's supposed to be in the 2nd round. He's actually 1st round quality, so I may actually pick that guy up, be able to trade my guy. So then we'll go sign free agents. My negotiations. Alright, so see now you got Malik Jackson. I'm still 2nd. How much am I willing to give this guy? Most I'm going to give him is 45 million. Because I don't want to lose all my cap space. Ikora. I will keep him where I have him. I feel like that's still a pretty good offer. Amakara. I think that's still a pretty good offer. I'm not going to raise that. Oh, looky there. Percy Harvin's finally coming around. That's why I didn't bump it up last time. Jeremy Lane. Alright. So then what you'll do is you'll advance. Oh, whoops. I'm sorry. I thought that was advance. That was my bad. So then you'll just hit advance next week. Alright, so we are now in week 4, but just to let you know, next week is draft. So this is your last week you can scout your guys. So Percy Harvin is new member of the Houston Texans. Iloka is a new member of the Texans. Actually, I think Iloka was Lane rejected me. Prince Amakara, he accepted me. And this guy rejected me. Womp, womp, womp. Alright, so I know that I need a left in, and I know I need a right, or let's see here. Second, third, fourth. Okay, no one's good in the left in. So what I need this guy. If I can't get this guy, I'm pretty much SOL. So what I will go ahead and do is there should be a Y. And you see that little thing that went right to the left of his little picture and had like a little eye? Means he's on my watch list. I want to keep an eye on that guy. I want to keep an eye on this guy. I want to keep an eye on this guy, this guy. This guy. I also want to keep an eye on this guy and this guy. And you know what? This guy too. And I want to keep an eye on this guy. I want to keep an eye on this guy. Actually, yeah, I'll go ahead and keep an eye on him just because he's supposed to be in a second. That guy's slow. I do want to go and keep an eye on this guy too because he's the fastest guy in the draft. Keep an eye on this guy. This guy. This guy. Alright. So I pretty much showed y'all how to do that. Keep an eye on a guy, so I still do have 121 scouting points. I'm not even going to waste my time scouting anymore because I don't need to scout anymore. If you've done it all throughout the year, you really don't have many people you need to scout. So then next week.
Welcome to draft week. All the
Welcome
effort
to
you
draft
spend scouting
week.
comes down to this. Start the draft when you're ready.
Start drafting.
The Giants are now on the clock.
let's view my draft board. So these are the guys that I care about. So what you can do is if you want to negotiate for the current pick, you can click A right there, or you can view your draft board, skip ahead in the draft, or you can pause the draft. As you can see, by rolling down the right switch, you can see what the draft order is. So my next pick is not until 21st. So if you skip ahead, you can have next pick, next user pick, advance to the next round, or you can just flat out advance to the end of the draft. I'm going to go ahead and let this first pick play out.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
Alright. After pick 2, then I'm going to go ahead and go back to skipping.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Let's see if that was someone I wanted. I can't tell.
The Rams are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. Let's go to Adam Schefter now with more to say about Scott.
So then you can either trade away the pick, make your selections, or skip ahead in the draft.
Their quarterbacks to make over 40 throws a game, but no quarterback did better this season than he did. Despite throwing almost 50 times a game, he still managed to keep his completion percentage over 60%. His performance was enough to set a school record for passing yards in the season. His record-breaking year got the attention of several
I
scouts
really
like
do
Matt
need
Miller, who know
a
his
guy,
ability to read the
since I
field
wasn't
and
able to
hit the
get
ball accurately to the receiver. He has real talent, and it'll be interesting to see how that translates to the NFL.
I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
And there he goes. So I've reached, he's ranked number 42nd in true overall talent, and you drafted him number 21. So, means I didn't do too bad, but they're pretty much saying I overdrafted for him.
Adam, what can you tell us about that last pick?
I heard he surprised several scouts at his pro day when he showed up looking a lot leaner.
Let's
and
go ahead and
different
review
showing when he went
offers
through the
first.
drills. He
So I
turned
get
in
second,
slightly
third,
faster times than
third,
expected
fourth,
in
second,
every
fourth,
major
second,
drill
third,
and displayed
second,
improved
sixth,
footwork
second,
compared to
fourth,
how he
second,
looked
sixth,
at
second,
the tail
fourth,
end of
second,
the season.
seventh,
I've heard from
second,
a
third,
few different
seventh.
coaches that they'd like to see him put some weight back on, yet keep playing as quick as he currently is. Whether he does that or not, I think we'll see him on the line on Sundays.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
There you go. So see, they made up for it last one. Next user pick.
The Texans are now on the clock.
Okay, so see, here's a perfect example. So we're still in second round, 27th pick. These guys are both projected as far as overall or talent-wise. They're supposed to be in the third round. So you know what? I'm not going to waste my time on them on this round. So I'm going to go ahead and trade my pick away. So trade away pick, review offer. I can get a second, fourth, 2 thirds, second, 7, second, 5th, second, 5th, second, second. So I'm going to go ahead and do second, 4th.
How come nobody's at the podium? That's because both teams are right now working on a trade.
Skip ahead in the draft. Next user pick.
Now that he's been picked, Adam, what can you tell us about Klein?
Alright, now we're in the third round. So now let's make our selection.
Well, you couldn't help but notice this
See if
kid during
anybody
the
else
All-Star game.
on
Any
our,
pressure
so
the quarterback
there you go.
got
So
that
see
day
there's
usually
the,
came directly from his area.
I guess you
He
could
blocked
say there's
long
the pro,
defenders on
or
several
there's
plays and
the
got completely manhandled on others. Matt Miller
risk
gave him the
of
benefit
trading
of the
away.
doubt,
Like last time I
explaining
could have
to
gotten
him
one of
that
those
some
guys,
players are
now they're
slow to
both
adapt
gone.
to
So
new schemes.
the
If
way I
that's
do
the
it is
case,
there's no one else I
then
really
maybe
had
with
any
time,
interest in,
he
so now
can
I'm just going to
become a
trade away all
dependable blocker
my
for the
picks.
team. Sure, that's what the GM is hoping for too.
Trade away so that way I can better my future
I
for
see both teams
the
filling out
following
cards. You
season.
know what that
Or
means?
trading
You've
fodder
got to
so
trade.
that way I can pick up someone in the middle of next season. Next user pick,
The Texans are now on the clock.
trade away pick. This is 4th round, 13th pick.
What wait, looks like both war rooms are feverishly back on the phones. I think that means a trade is coming.
Let's go to Adam Schefter now, who's got more to say about the Browns' latest pick.
The biggest red flag for him came during the combine, where he turned in one of the slower times in the pass rush drill. As Matt Miller put it, his hands looked okay, but he lacked the proper bend and release around the corner you'd like to see out of a defensive lineman. He may not have a lot of success as an edge rusher in the league if he can't get off blocks. The team might use him more as an interior rusher, but we'll see what happens
5th
when he
pick,
gets on the field.
27th. Or 5th round, 27th pick.
Hold on now. This pick is trading teams.
The Texans are now on the clock.
See, this is how you better your franchise. When you know that there's no one else you want, you just trade away. It gives me more trading picks. That way next
Well, if
season,
you wondered what the delay is, I think we've got
there's going to be more people I'm going to want next season. Like I made picks. I made several trades this season, so I do know that there's a really good chance that I'm going to want someone. Alright, so then you can go look at your 2016 rookie signings. So I got this guy and this guy. 4-year contracts. Overall 75, 77. And then this is a one-time thing you can change. And there you go. That's it. Let's go ahead and advance to preseason week 1. And I hope you enjoyed the off-season video. Please like, please subscribe, and you have a great day, and I will see y'all next video.